What's up, freaking people?
What up, y'all?
Jay,
We in there.
we in there. Another one.
Yes,
All right.
sir.
Hey, man, we have a lot to kind of recap. I guess we'll call this a recap episode from what we did this past weekend. And let's start with you. First question.
Start with your boy.
Do we start with the workout that we had to create prior to the big party?
Yeah, that was first.
All right.
We had to get that out the way first. Whew.
So for those that don't know, we had a huge workout to celebrate Mean Green.
Yeah.
And I had a patriot of mine that's in the fitness industry, Reggie. He brought RCF. And I want to tell y'all see more of the images and videos in a little bit, but the programming behind the workout that took place. Let's start with that, Jared. What was that like being the man behind the scenes to help create that workout?
Man, it was fun. I'll say that much.
Yeah.
It was a lot of work, but within that work, there was so much excitement behind, like, dang, because I remember when we first talked, you were like, yeah, we got to program a workout for, some of Reggie's people. He's coming, joining our family. And then you called, and it was like a laugh, like, all right, bro. It's like 50 people. I was like, what?
That's coming, right? Because y'all got to remember our Saturday classes are already full.
Yeah.
And then we added 50 people into a class.
Yeah.
So that made it. And the green beans are here, disclaimer. So if y'all hear basketballs and everything else, my boys are at the gym.
Boys over there. But, yeah, man, overall I thought it was fun. It was interesting and exciting. Prior podcast, I know we talked about, like, the flow of when I played football, trying to get 100 people in and out of a weight room at the same time. So it kind of felt like that for me. Like, how do we get 50 people on the floor in and out at the same time? So to be able to help produce that was exciting for me. I enjoyed it.
You know what was cool was when shout out to Legs Almighty Shriekum. She walked in and she was like, did I miss something? Like, what's going on? And I was able to kind of, I think it really painted a picture for our members too, that Mean Green affects not just our community but other gym communities as well and other boot camps. And to see someone come out and celebrate in that fashion with us, I thought it was awesome.
That's dope, man. Yeah. What? Not the same question, but what about you? Like, that was a family collaboration. They do a lot of the same family type stuff over at Reggie C that we do here. Like, how did it come about too? I saw like that was a day that you hopped on social media, something you were excited about. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
So I tried on social media to kind of create a storyline of that day. And I don't know if I did a good job or not, but I definitely tried. But Reggie and I talk all the time, just family stuff and also business stuff. And with that one specifically, I had the opportunity to kind of tell him my heart on what we were doing that day with the new logo coming out. And he wanted to be a part of it. And he was like, hey, I'm closing my gym down. We'll bring them there. And he wanted his guys and girls to come celebrate with us even at the party. And he said, I got a couple people. But after they were able to kind of connect with us in the workout, they were like, we're coming to the party.
Yeah.
So, that's how it kind of came about. And I'm looking forward to do March 10th with these guys at Reggie C. Okay. And I can't dance. I hope y'all don't have the Reggie. If you come across this podcast, I can't dance. I have. How people say I got 2 left feet or 2 right feet. Yeah. I got 2 left knees. Ooh. So I don't have that in my DNA. But I'm looking forward to collaborating and celebrate what he has going on. But overall, man, that was it was a big day to me, and to celebrate with not just people that I train now, but to celebrate with people that I've trained in the past, people that's a part of our brand that I've never been able to train, that you guys train, to people that just look up to us and like what we do. I thought that was everything for me. So, yeah, for sure.
It's amazing, Doug. For me, obviously, still trying to learn different gym spaces and businesses. So to kind of just come in and be a part of what they were doing, teaching people new stuff. Like, it was pretty incredible experience, and that group specifically was very empowering amongst themselves. So
I agree.
Pretty cool.
And I thought that was cool to also, you got to be a really humble, egoless person to say, hey, man, you guys do this well.
Yeah.
Teach my people that, right? And I'm looking forward to being able to do the same. So fitness, man, is just all love. Yeah. And when people have that right mindset, it grows. Yeah. Like, we're going to grow because of the help and the excitement Reggie had for us. Yeah. And he's going to grow because of the excitement and the help that we're going to give him. So that's fitness to me. It shouldn't be the other way around. Unfortunately, it is sometimes. But that was great. And then it led us into the party.
Absolutely.
All
But
right.
real quick, if for anybody that went to the party maybe or met
yeah.
anybody from Reggie C, y'all give those girls a shout out.
Absolutely.
Those ladies are amazing.
Absolutely.
Special, empowering. Like they're just a fun, amazing group. And
Absolutely.
I'm happy we had the chance to train them.
Absolutely.
Party with them.
Yeah.
It was a full day with them. So shout out to Reggie C, man. Y'all were great.
Absolutely, man. It was again, I just love being around people that want to win.
Yeah.
And obviously they want to win.
Yeah.
So I think that's why we connected really, really well. So
I think that should be the new theme for this year.
all
Not theme, but because our theme this year is to dominate.
yeah.
But I see some shirts that say winning in the mean green font. Winners.
I like that.
A culture of winners.
I like
on a shirt near you.
a culture of winning.
A shirt coming
A
soon.
culture of winning. You know, that
yeah.
obviously that came out when I had the mic during the party, but I like that.
It spoke to me when you said this.
Just
I
winning.
definitely think that's dope.
Just winning. So, yeah, so, all right, we carry on to the party.
The party.
Recap. You know, we're going to – it's so much we can talk about. So, typically, it's like a hangover after a party. Typically, the gym will come for each class.
Yeah.
They get there 5, 10, 15 minutes early, and they just want to talk about the party.
Yeah.
Right? So, this is kind of that moment. We can obviously go over a lot, but I want to be respectful to a lot of things that we really want to cover today.
Yeah.
Party, A, B, C, D. What you grade it?
Man, A
Yeah.
plus 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 plus.
That's going to be a hard one to compete with in the future.
Yeah, we talked about it, man. You know you having a party
Yeah.
when people off the streets coming in to party with you.
What? I was like, you here for you? No, it's just live in here. So
I told him, man, I was in line. I was waiting in line. By the way, if y'all saw the beautiful lady that was serving drinks, that was my mother. So
shout out Tracy.
to y'all. For
Thank
treating
you.
her right.
Thank you.
And shout out to nephew too. Can't forget about nephew.
CJ.
Yeah, CJ
he crazy.
did a great job.
He crazy. Love you, man.
But yeah, I was in line and I was waiting to get a drink, and I heard some lady. She was sitting there talking to her friend, and
True
we
story.
we talked about something, and she was like, "Yeah." I said, "What gym y'all work out at Reggie C?" Because I didn't recognize them, and they said, "No, but we trying to figure out who the host of this party is." Huh? No,
True story.
They had nothing to do with anything that we were doing, but they came and they partied with us, y'all. So.
You know what? Good people attract good things,
Yeah.
man, and hopefully they had a great time for wherever it came off.
Hey.
Or maybe we need to open another business, one or the other.
Right.
But, you know, I think when you see that type of energy, that type of influence, that type of positivity, you know, everybody was dressed up. Everybody looked really great. You walking in, not only – it had like a theme feel to it. No matter if you didn't know what was going on, it was like, ooh, what is this? One of my closest friends, he owns a restaurant across the street, Soul Food Vegan. So he stopped by just because he knew we were there, and he walked in. He was like, whoa, hold on.
I didn't even see him.
Yeah, he came in. He's like, hold on, I ain't dressed for this. Like, this is nice.
Yeah.
And to be able to do that and do it with a sense of excellence, you know, it was no hating. It was all love from everybody that came in there, man. So for me, being who I am for this brand, that meant the world to see Bootcamp members coming in, not knowing nobody, meeting people, Northside members, not knowing no one, but coming in and meeting people, Southwest members, and I'm just looking forward to seeing that grow in the future.
I was going to ask you about that. I think that's special, man. Like, for me, seeing everybody outside of their workout, their normal workout attire, but you're also outside of your everyday work clothes. Like, you suited and booted. We just talked about it, man. I feel like, especially for ladies, for guys, to be, you know, in that kind of atmosphere, attire, like, you kind of get, you know, a little different confidence level, huh?
Feel good about
Different
yourself.
confidence level about yourself. So, to see everybody at what I would call a very confident version of themselves, just having a good time, not worried about everything else going, like, that was so dope and fun to see.
Absolutely.
And I think sometimes whenever you get around, like, you and I, let's say we worked out at the gym together, and then we got around each other in that kind of environment, I think it helps grow stronger bonds and relationships. So I saw that. I saw that with Bootcamp members. I saw that with Northside gym members, Southside gym members, and then I saw it amongst like all three mixing together. So
Absolutely.
that was cool.
I think the dance floor was the thing for me.
I ain't go to the dance floor. But if y'all saw my Instagram, I made a dance floor.
He made a dance floor. I think, Jay, what was cool for me was to see people dance with people that they didn't even know who they were prior to them getting there.
Yeah.
You know, and what was it? South Side. The South Side.
Everybody hit the South
Everybody
Side.
was hitting it. I was like, it didn't matter what gym or boot camp you attended. It didn't matter what neighborhood you grew up in, what color you are. Everybody was Southside.
Yeah.
And that's Mean Green to me, man. And it was, again, at the end of the year, and I'm saying this to everybody as I take a huge deep breath, that just doesn't happen without you guys, right? Our goal is to, we could have done, like, and I'm not crapping on anybody else when I say this, we could have easily had barbecue at the gym, and because we already paid rent at the gym, we could have just held it at the gym.
Yep.
And for you guys to buy, a $35 ticket to make that happen, it helps with the expense. It's not obviously, it's not a moneymaker. It's not something that we're being profitable. It just helps us create something special so we can dress up. We can be in a good environment. We're centrally located.
Yep. And
to be able to make that take place, man, I want to tell you all, thank you, because it doesn't happen without your support.
Yeah, man. That's it.
That's it.
Like,
that's it. That's it.
That event is just, it's amazing. Like,
That's it.
I don't really know any other gym that does that.
I don't either.
And
But I told guys and girls, like, I literally was telling, man, you look good. Like, Jared, man, you look good, bro. What's my guy we were just talking about on the way here?
Pat?
Not Pat. He had a green suit. I can't think of it.
Antonio?
Antonio.
Yeah.
I'm like, Ant, I want that suit, bro.
Man, hey, look, people went out and got suited and booted specifically for this event.
And beautiful. All the women was just incredible.
Absolutely.
I was telling people, like, if you single and you not here, you tripping. And some people were single and they was taking advantage of it.
Right? Actually, I was on the phone with my mom before the podcast, and she was like, man, listen, they got suited and booted. I think she knows Raven, 'cause I went to high school with her.
Shout out to Raven.
Yeah, she was like, Raven came up to me, and I had to, I looked
the
at her
second
for a
look.
while. No, she's like, I didn't recognize her. She was like,
Yep.
oh, right. I was like, yeah, they did their thing. Y'all did y'all's things. I know a lot of people met some makeup artists and all kinds of stuff this weekend, but y'all did y'all thing.
Beautiful, man. What would be your final takeaway if you had a question or want to ask them something? What would be the final takeaway about the party?
My final takeaway is, man, I wish we could do that every weekend.
I know, man.
I really do.
I don't know. I'll be tired.
Yeah, I'd be tired.
I was hurting that next day. I was hurting.
Oh man, but no, the fun and the conversation, the dancing. That's like, obviously, folks drink. That's what it is. But we don't want to do that every day. But from a standpoint of the atmosphere that we were in and how everybody felt amongst each other, I really truly believe that's the core foundation of what life is and what it's supposed to be. It was love, it was fun, excitement, conversation. Like it was everything that you want to have. So like, I really do wish we could do that every weekend.
Yeah,
like, I really do. Every week.
I like that.
That'd be dope.
I think if somebody came off the street as they did, I think they would join us because of that. Like if somebody came in and was like, yo, what is this?
Yeah.
Oh, man, we're part of a boot camp or we're part of a gym and we're just getting together and celebrating.
Yeah.
I can see them being like, I want to be a part of that.
I didn't say it, but I would be curious had I said that when they said, I'm trying to find the host of the party.
Yeah.
Like, actually, this is the gym.
Yeah.
I'm curious, like, because I'm curious to see, like, what their reaction. What gym?
What gym?
I got to come try this out. I wonder if that would have been the response.
New marketing coming in soon. But no, man. I had a great time, and you know what? We had a little opposition. We had a base complaint, and I had to handle that for a little bit. But looking at the opposition that I had, I would do it again and again and again for that outcome. Oh man, it was just so many smiles, so much love, so many selfies, so many everything, man, and for us to also show the new direction with our brand and to do that with everybody, I don't know if we would have been able to do that just with a workout saying, hey, come work out with us. We're going to release a new brand. So to have that, not brand logo, to have that was everything, everything.
But I'm glad you mentioned that because I want to segue that into the new brand. So y'all see the shirts.
It's on. It's on. What's up, Money?
So for those that were there, obviously, you got the big grand speech of why. But for those that are listening that don't know what we're talking about when we say logo, we obviously changed the Mean Green logo, right?
Boom. Yeah.
So for those listening, why and what's behind it?
So transformation. right? Just like a caterpillar, right? It doesn't start as a butterfly. It grows and transforms into a butterfly, and it does that for the better.
Yeah.
If it stays as a caterpillar for the rest of its life, it actually dies. So a caterpillar at some point has to blossom to be a butterfly. So for us specifically, I told the story, and I don't know if I should share as much as I did that night here, but I mentioned how I was at a place of failure, not making it. And we've talked about this on the podcast before, and I wanted to do something special. I wanted to do something unique, but I didn't know Mean Green was going to be Mean Green, to be honest. So I needed a website.
Yeah.
But to put on a website, you need to have a name. And to have a name, you needed some type of logo to go on a T-shirt.
Yeah.
So literally I went to Milton's house, and we got a silhouette. It's not me. I always tell people that it's not me on the logo. The past one, he cut the ear off as an inside joke because my ear, hides from me in my head. And we went with it.
Yeah.
And that was it. It was no why to it. It was no meaning to it. So in this one, I wanted to have a meaning to it. I wanted anybody that's a part of our brand to look at it and understand what it is versus like, I don't know, it's green, So this one specifically, when we did this, it was I wanted a contemporary, clean look. And the M and the G is still there, which means we're not leaving. We're always going to be Mean Green. We're going to always empower. We're going to always help people believe in themselves, create that work habit to be resilient, to achieve, and obviously never give up. Keep working and becoming your best version to receive what you desire. So our slogan won't change. So the M and the G is still there. But the way we shaped it to be a shield, it was really hard, honestly, Jared, to not actually break into tears. I was actually fighting it.
I heard it.
But you heard it?
In your voice, yeah.
Dang.
Little inflection.
Well. But, I with the meeting we had with our staff, it really helped me. And at that time, he didn't even know that we were actually doing it. But it was cool to figure it out. The shield really represented the importance of why people come. And why they stay, and why they come back, and why they're comfortable. And it's for us to help protect. I feel like we really help people when they get results. We help them protect losing that fear of not being confident, or fear, or depression, or anxiety, or losing a loved one. We help them battle back to become who they need to be, and they feel accepted here. And I believe that's why people love us the way they do. So doing that, man, that's what the shield meant, and that's our new Mean Green logo.
Cool. I don't want it to go without noticing, because you put a lot into this.
Yeah, absolutely.
I want to make sure they know what you put into this. This right here, y'all see the shirt? We got a whole new font, y'all. This is a specific Mean Green font. So I want to. What was the thought idea behind that? Why go all in with a whole font as well?
So the font specifically, I think all brands, when they get to a specific level of maturity, they either adopt a certain font or they create one. I went with the creation because nothing was ever given to me. Nothing was ever given to this brand, and I didn't want to take from something else. And I specifically focused on the letter A. If y'all notice, it's no connection at the bottom. So if you look at Jared's shirt, if you turn the A upside down, it's a V, right? Yeah. So every A in our every A in our alphabet, when we write our font out, it will always be that way. You'll notice the E, there's no connection in between it. So it was certain letters I wanted to specifically make them look a certain way because I wanted a sleek look, and I wanted to be different. I wanted people to see that font, even if our logo's not connected to it, they can say, that like Mean Green stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys have ever seen a font and you say, oh, that looked like Apple, or that looked like that.
Yeah.
My goal one day is for someone to say, that looked like Mean Green. And if we can do that much marketing and affect that many people, I believe that it'll be a font that people will know.
That's dope.
So
it's insider scoop. Gotta listen to the podcast and know what all that means.
You know, one thing to point out too with it, Jared, there's a lot of pride in our last logo. I was actually fearful that someone would say, because I get this sometimes, if I want the old Chris Green or Mean Green, I want the old Jim, I want the old Bootcamp, and I was fearful of that, where someone wouldn't like it because they bought 40 Mean Green shirts. You know, the best compliment that night was, damn, Chris, I'm going to have to buy new clothes. You know, I'm going to have to buy this. You know, they really enjoyed it. So for me, again, I now want people to put it on their chest or wear it on their head and say, this is what this means.
I got you.
You know, we are empowerment at Mean Green. We do help captivate the unthinkable. We do support each other. We do love each other versus saying, hey, I go to this gym. I believe they now can explain it.
I'm going to applaud you on that just because it's something that we always talk about to y'all, and you literally just said you did it. We always talk about fighting barriers or having things within your life that you are scared to attack or scared to do, and that's what you did, right? You had a brand logo, but you were fearful of how the brand might react, right?
Absolutely.
But I know you said I need people to buy in.
Yeah.
But in order for them to buy in, they got to know what this means.
Absolutely.
And I don't know if it was the speech. I don't know if it's just who you are that everybody's already bought into. But I don't think anybody's going to have an issue buying into the new logo. I think they bought in already.
They bought in, and sorry for selling out. We sold out of,
so
I think, the hoodies, the long sleeve sweaters, I think most of the sweats. And we're just going to do an order this week and put it in by Wednesday. But that was fear. That was fearful for me, man. It's one of those things, again, you want to please everybody. You know that you're not going to please everybody, but you want to the best of your ability to please everybody. And for me, even the last logo, I got to get used to saying that, our old logo, you said something in the past you don't regret. It's not like I regret our old logo. Yeah. It's my identity. Yeah. It's when I look at that, I look at the sacrifice. You know, without that logo, there's no Christopher and Caleb. Yeah. You know, I begin when I spoke in front of the party, I meant what I said. Everybody in that room, I probably wouldn't know besides Shanna, Milton, and a couple others if it wasn't for Mean Green, if it wasn't for that logo.
That's crazy.
Right? So the amount of relationships, even there, that was bridged. You know, we have people that have gotten married because they've met at Mean Green. Yeah. We have people that have saved lives within Mean Green. So that is part of that first 14 years. Yeah. But if God did that with that logo, I'm looking forward for the 100-fold that'll move forward. So, again, I'm excited.
All right. The theme of the gala was celebrate the past while looking forward to the future. So I want to use this time to talk about the future.
Okay.
What's coming up?
Events. I had so much fun. Like, I kind of want to do something again this weekend.
Exactly.
Right? So our next event, we'll put some dates on the calendar. Obviously, we come with our calendar every single month. But, Jared, correct me if I'm wrong, the next one, dodgeball at Pitch 25?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, so shout out to freaking West Clayton for calling me out. We had a team building meeting, and, you know, we went live or something, and we were showing us playing dodgeball. And I want to have dodgeball. So now we have dodgeball. Having an event like that, Jared, and I don't know if a lot of you know that a lot of the events, especially the one we're going to talk about in a little bit, Jared runs, you know, that campaign. Yeah. Looking forward to seeing that take place, but the work that takes place behind the scenes, no one will ever know. What are you looking forward to? What do you want out of the Pitch 25 dodgeball event?
So I'll be honest. You know, when I first got back, I did events was like the thing I wanted to plan. Right? I wanted people out. I like getting people out to do events and to do stuff. And it's fun. Like, it's not only fun for me, it's fun for y'all. But for me, I think one of the big things I always thought about, and I probably annoyed you too.
What's that?
But I was always trying to figure out what people are going to do on the side of the event. Like, I wouldn't even worry about the event. I was like, how are people going to interact? How are people going to... So I was always trying to, like, I don't know. I think Blair was somebody that helped me.
Yeah. Probably Raven and...
Potentially, like, just bringing outside stuff. Because the very first event I ever did was volleyball.
Which is huge.
And we had different stuff for everybody to do. So for me, with events, what I've always looked forward to is the interaction, not just on with the event of what we're actually doing, but on the outside as well. Yeah. So for me, like, that's what I look forward to. I look forward to the bonding, the building. And I know we talked about it with Marissa. She went to kickball and met all of these people and enjoyed it. And to me, that's what it's all about. So that's what excites me the most. And when it comes to planning, I'm like, okay, how can we maximize that?
Everything, right? Because those have never been to Pitch 25 East Downtown, huge bar, basically. And we want to do it around March Madness. I believe that's when we put it on the calendar date.
Yes. I know. But yeah.
So I can't remember off the top of my head, but hopefully it's games on. So for those that are into March Madness, like my wife, you're going to be on that TV, right? And for those that actually want to play dodgeball, you're going to probably be playing dodgeball. For those that just want to have like a casual drink, like you have a casual drink. So, you know, being able to do that and not just have us, again, going back to why and who we are, we're not just someone that you sweat with.
Yeah.
You know, your love language prior to the conversation as we were driving here was, I love being around people.
Yeah.
And I love being around people that want to win.
Yeah.
So that's a great combination. And, again, we can be dodgeball, it can be volleyball, it can be whatever. I like being around my people, and I'm looking forward to that one specifically.
Absolutely.
What about the beach? Talk to us about it, Jay. This one is the money.
All right, y'all. Last year we did have a beach event, but I'm not gonna say but. It was fun.
No, but it was dope.
It was fun. Like, for those of you that came, it was like what, 30 people out there?
Yeah.
For those that came, it was fun. This year we're gonna try to triple it.
The conjunction came in because we know we could do more.
Yeah.
So when we say 30, that's a lot of people to get in. Like you bring 30 people to your backyard.
Yeah.
Like you hoping people leave soon because there's no way in the world that the neighbor's not going to complain on 30 people being in your backyard. It's just when you know that boot camps have over 100 people and you know each gym got over 150, whatever X amount of people, it's like, man, if we got trained over 400, 500 people, man, let's get at least half of them there.
Exactly.
And that's our goal with this next one.
Yeah.
You know, the beach is not in East Downtown. It's not in Third Ward. It's not in the Heights.
So the goal
is centrally located.
The goal is for us to tell y'all way ahead of time. Like, it's a drive, right?
Mm-hmm.
We can't escape. It's a drive.
Yeah.
But it's the beach. If there was a beach in the smack dab middle of downtown Houston, I promise we would do it.
Yeah.
But there isn't, right? So, but we have the luxury being in Houston to have one 45 minutes down the road. So we definitely want to take advantage of that. But the big thing about the beach is family. Yeah. Right? Like if you have a family that puts together, what do you call them? Family reunions, barbecues, those are the vibes we're going for with this beach event.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So, we're not going to tell y'all exactly what we're tying into it just yet.
We can't. They got to wait.
But
they got to wait.
We got some fun.
It's going to be fun.
It's going to be a fun time, y'all.
And as you said, it's family. Yeah. So you can bring the boo thing. You can bring the kids, your nephew. Because it was cool. I seen like the Lynn twins were able to bring their little niece. Yeah. And it was just, man, it was a great time.
Absolutely.
And we were playing like little games. I forgot, who was it, Raven? Somebody brought games. It had to be Raven. Yeah. It had to be Raven that brought all the games. But I was about to say something, but I ain't say it. So they just gotta look.
We had fun. Last year though, we did do a run challenge tied to the
I do remember that.
Yep, we did a run challenge leading up. So maybe this year we'll have some kind of challenge leading up to Beach Day for y'all. That'd be dope.
It does segue us into the next portion.
Cool. Let's segue.
All right.
That's all we're gonna give y'all on that.
That's all we can give you. A different 10 pounds.
Cool.
It's time. They stuck with me in January.
Yeah.
They logged in. They followed the videos that of my experience for a different 10 pounds.
Yeah.
And now it's time for the challenge.
Let's go.
All right. March 6th.
Right around the corner.
It's here. It's here. So there's 10 weeks.
Okay.
All right, that we're going to focus on. And we want to gain muscle, lose fat at the end of the day. I'm not worried about the scale. Right? Go up in the increase in muscle.
Yeah.
Decrease in fat.
I want to emphasize, he said, I'm not worried about the scale.
Wow. Why is that important, Jay?
Because people get infatuated by numbers. Mm-hmm. So you say a different 10 pounds, immediately I'm thinking scale, 10 pounds. Mm-hmm. So I want to emphasize that. It's not about the scale.
I love that. Well said. And, all right, so check this out. This is my snippet of the whole deal. We're going to roll it out, but this is just not working out and eating, right? There's going to be some things that's going to challenge you mentally, all right? 10 minutes a day, all right? You're going to have to either read or write. Personally, I journal. You can talk about me all you freaking want. I journal because it's healthy for me. I like to communicate even at moments where I feel like I can't communicate with others. I like to communicate to something. So for me personally, as corny as it may be, I will write to God. I say, Dear Father or Dear God, and I'll write. So 10 minutes. If you're a writer, you write. But if you're not a writer, you listen. You can do a book. You can read. But for 10 minutes, you're going to see something that says empower yourself for 10 minutes a day. That's part of the challenge. You're going to have to, there's a certain amount of workouts that you're going to have to do. It's going to be a certain amount of nutrition that you're going to have to stick to. It's not a certain plan, but we want you to stick to. And it's basically things like that I believe in 10 weeks, if you stick to it and you stay consistent, you're going to win.
Yeah.
And you kind of make me want to change the name of the shirt, but the shirt on it is discipline. And with discipline, it's the whole factor of the 10 weeks. Without discipline, the results don't take place. Jared, hearing that, and I know you're part of the planning, what do you think about it?
I've always been a big fan of reaching outside of simply eating and working out, because it's so much more than that.
Yeah.
Right. So to be able to actually factor in, because some of y'all might not even know what you're reading for. Like, well, I'm doing a weight loss gain.
That's right.
What am I reading?
That's right.
Because it's mental, right?
100%.
So much more of it is mental. So I think that to be able to tap into that portion of it, for people to understand, it's more than just coming in this gym and working out and going home and eating a salad or drinking protein.
Yeah.
Like, there's so much more to it. So I think this challenge is really going to help people to dig deeper into that. So I'm excited about that.
And I love the accountability in the program.
Yep.
Because it's a punch card. It's a punch card. You're not just getting a shirt because you joined the challenge.
Yeah.
The only way you get the shirt is by earning it, because you can't buy this shirt. And but again, I'm looking forward to it. March 6th, guys. Be on the lookout for it. We look like we might finish that thing up for a beach party.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Yeah, man. And there's a special announcement that we're going to have to make at the end of this show, because somebody won our last challenge, right? But let's save that for last.
I got you.
Actually, you know what? I want to, because everybody don't hear and see podcasts, I'm actually doing it on social media.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's do that.
So
let's
y'all tune in. Well,
I just posted.
Okay.
I just posted.
Okay.
I could take a snippet of this and then put it on social media. I just posted. Posted. All right. We covered a lot, man. Anything else you can think of that we need to cover? We did our recap.
We talked about our software and programming.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right, let's finish with that.
We touched on it at the end of last year going into this year, but it is upon us.
Yeah. We're finishing up our cycle of our split training.
Yep.
I would love to see feedback.
Absolutely.
How does y'all body feel first? Are you guys waking up and shoulders and hips and back and ankles, is all that hurting and is super tight, or do you actually feel pretty good? Have you lost body fat?
Pause.
Have you put on muscle?
Comment.
For
real, y'all comment right now.
Yeah.
We're reading.
We're really
I want to hear what you have to say about it.
Yeah. Personally, and then I would love your insight, Jay. I feel great. I mean, I've been doing it obviously before we rolled it out, but again, man, like, I feel good. I'm moving good. I keep getting compliments. Like, boys be like girl pulled me to the side yesterday. She didn't know I'm married. But when I think she looked down when she said like, Tina don't hear me. But I did something like this, and she's like, "Oh, you married?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh, okay. Well, you look good." I was like, "All right, you know what I mean? I still got it in the tank." But I love the compliments. I love the way I feel. I love my energy, and I don't feel bad and beat up. Like, I want to continue split training because it doesn't hurt me. But sometimes when I've done a bodybuilding cycle or a CrossFit template, by the time I finish it, it's like, oh man, I'm hurting, and I feel good about it. What about you?
Man, I have a transparent moment with you guys. So we did GTV, right?
Yeah.
German volume training. Or GVT, sorry. We did some German volume training, and I ain't gonna lie, y'all got big. I was like 208, 209. I was big, but I was hurting.
Yeah.
Like, my elbow started hurting. My knee started hurting, shoulder. I was like, hold on, dog.
Yeah.
So it worked. I was very happy with it, but I'm actually getting back to a decent size now, but my body feels completely different than what it felt like doing that. So
let's be nerds real quick. Let's talk about the elbow pain, the knee pain. I think people don't realize that you can look a certain way and be in pain. Like, if you ever seen a bodybuilder and they trying to scratch their back and they like, you know what I mean? Like, if you force that, they're going to be in trouble, right? So pain takes place when you put too much volume on a specific area. And when I say volume, that's weight. That's a capacity of pounds. That's a capacity of force that's going against the movement, whether it's eccentric or concentric, that you're trying to produce. And sometimes if you do that, in the German volume training, if I remember correctly, it's 10 weeks, 10 reps of the movement until you get to 100 reps, right?
10 times 10.
And if you're doing 10 times 10 on Monday and next time it's time for you to do it and you don't feel good, like you're stiff and you're hurting, but you do it, what's going to happen to your body if you just keep doing it?
Yeah.
You know, obviously, hopefully you just experience uncomfort and pain. Yeah. But sometimes people tear rotator cuffs. Sometimes because you'll dominate a certain movement without being balanced. Yeah. And I'm doing bench press, for example, and my right pec and my right lat is if I'm not firing correctly and supporting my chest muscle with my lats, and my chest is not doing the movement correctly, I'm overcompensating in my joints in my shoulder, and then this arm is pushing all this weight on this arm, and then I'm finally trying to get it up. You do that 10 reps to 100, and then you do that once a week. What's going to happen? And then eventually, if something happens, then you give up on your goals because now you can't work out for 3 to whatever X amount of time, 3 months to X amount of time. So sorry for the nerd version, but I think people needed to understand why it's important to feel good when you're working out.
It's absolutely worth it. The other thing I would say, there are times, came in the gym and hadn't worked out in 5-6 days, so feeling a little bit. But I will say that the workouts have been to a point where even when I do feel like that, I come in, I get the workout in, I feel good. Like, I worked out. I know I worked out. My body still feels good, though. Like, even though I'm, quote-unquote, out of shape right now, I get in and do that workout, and it's solid, right? Like,
his in shape is great for me, guys. I'll be on Black Panther movie if I was in his non-good shape mood.
So it is fun to hear the feedback of, the workouts are still obviously tough. Yeah. But it's a good tough, right? Yeah. It's challenging people. And I think people are really, we'll read y'all's comments. I think people are really enjoying it. We don't know unless y'all say so.
And from the conversation, it's like the movements. Man, we never been able to do this movement. We never been able to do this because if you go to like a strength and conditioning template from, CrossFit gym, for example, typically they do 10 to 15 minutes of mobility and getting the body correctly. Getting the body to fire off correctly is what I was trying to say. And then you do a skill. So say the skill is a barbell snatch, and you're warming up your shrugs in a wide stance, and then you're finally getting to a point where the body's moving with the barbell. Well, then you do the strength training, and you're just doing a snatch for 10 to 15 minutes. If we do that for the first 30 minutes, we've lost everybody's attention. Like nobody, like they're done with the workout by then. Yeah. And for now, to be able to get the body moving and get it firing off correctly. And okay, hey, today we're going to be doing a strict press, and then we're going to go into do a incline bench press, and then on the opposite side we're going to walk the quadriceps. And then for me personally, to see people moving and doing it correctly, and then not missing certain muscle groups because certain days they don't want to come because of a certain muscle group. Exactly. But when it's just X amount of muscle groups in one day, you're going to still get what your body needs. So I'm stoked about it, obviously. I wouldn't write it if I wasn't.
Exactly.
Shout out to Jared, man. He's been doing an incredible job with the programming. But, Jared, I do want to finish off with the software. Okay. All right, 2 softwares. We have our workout software that we're releasing. If you can touch on that, and I'll touch on the member app.
Cool. Yeah, so workout software, man, I think that I've seen how you guys interact in class now. It seems like everything's so streamlined. On the north side, I know, we introduced those screens up there, and they were like, oh, this is nice. Yeah. Because everything's just so straightforward. And even with the coaches, Jay Mill.
Yeah. Jay Mill, like, y'all got it easy.
I know. Jason was like, man, it's hard. It's hard to mess up. Yeah. It's right up there. Yeah. So from the top down, from how easy it is to coach on the software to how easy it is to follow the software as a member, I think it's just streamlined everything. Those videos took a lot of work, y'all.
I got video. I got video to prove it.
If y'all see the new rest period, Chris told me that. He said, look, I had to put this on there because that's real.
It was organic. It wasn't like, hey, put some water on your head and act like you're tired. That was a real moment, guys.
Very real. So we're not done yet, but what we have up there, when y'all see those workouts, we put some real work into that. So the hope was for the look to be very streamlined, for y'all to be able to see what you're doing while you're doing it. So, the software change kind of forced it a little bit, but it's always been something we've wanted to do, right? Not just for us, but for you guys, so that it's more streamlined. So.
Absolutely. You have to remember the way that you teach a squad, it has different perspectives of doing it, and sometimes when you read workouts, it's the same way, right? So for those, they probably like, Chris, I don't care about this. But if you put a squat clean, you can do a squat clean with a barbell, with a set of dumbbells. You can do it with one dumbbell. You can do it with kettlebells. You can do it with just a kettlebell. You can do it with a sandbag. You can do it with so many different things. So sometimes if the first trainer just sees squat cleans because it wasn't a DB or a KB in front of it or whatever, then they're going to teach a certain way. But then it's not seamlined on the other side of town. So for us as a brand that's continuing to grow and continue to look forward to open up a new location this year, we have to captivate that and own that and grow in that. So to do that and also have a certain look when people come in the gym. Like I want people to be proud when they bring their friends in and see, you know, the screen seam line is the exact workout. And then we all have our moments where you like, what you say, Jason? And you look at the screen, you're like, oh, okay, we're doing that over here, right? So to be able to have that, man, I'm stoked.
Absolutely. And I like that you brought that up, the same line to other gyms, because it's like even if, you know, a movement, maybe you don't know what you're doing, or maybe, you know, as a coach, they would have coached it a little different. It all looks the same. So you're going to be the squat, maybe the verbiage is a little different. But the squat is going to look the same from the north side to the south side.
Absolutely.
From, you know, well, we don't have them on boot camp. Maybe. Come see
Hey,
if y'all can give me some electricity, I'll get y'all some TV screens out there.
You never know. You never know.
Man.
No, it's going to be dope, man. So for the app.
There we go.
Finally we coming to Google. Finally we coming to Apple.
We getting the apps. We getting the app.
Yeah. Y'all going to actually be able to type in Mean Green Gym, and we're going to pop up. Right? Cool thing about the app, and to keep it short, is you will now have access from the app that you've always had. You'll be able to reserve your class space, but now you'll be able to go to spot 4, and that's your spot. So now you'll be able to know when you come into the gym, the experience is, hey, I know I'm going to spot 4. You don't have to worry about, I know some of y'all have y'all favorite spots, and you want to get there as soon as you can. This is your time to be able to do that. Just cool things, like it has a checkout where whenever you check out, if you're unlimited member, all right, should I tell them now?
They gonna have to know.
All right. Since you're those that are unlimited, we're gonna give you 3 free passes a month, like no extra charge for every month. If you don't use them, you lose them, but you'll be able to bring a family friend member in, and this is our way of being able to tell you thank you for investing so much into us to change your life or to empower it. So if Jared has an unlimited package and say he's on a Saturday and he wanted his friends to come, give him out. Check them out right then and there. They get to pick their spot. They're good to go. And for those that have like a 10-pack or 8-pack or whatever, you can distinguish, you know, your sessions wherever you want to. But I'm looking forward to that. You can buy, say you want a water or T-shirt. Now you'll be able to buy your Mean Green shirt. When you get there, we know you're at spot 4. Guess what's there when you get there? Boom. So just looking forward to all the cool things. And I'm not going to be a geek on this podcast to talk about now what the trainers and the staff will be able to do.
Which is dope.
But I'm definitely looking forward to rolling that out, man. So
I think it's dope. Obviously, streamlining business, making sure everything is very straightforward. So, yeah, that is one thing.
What's that?
We need y'all to know that it's very straightforward. You'll understand what I'm saying with that when we get there. But
oh yeah, it's no black and white. You know, it is what it is. And again, that's how we grow.
Yeah,
that's how we grow. So to be respectful, we're about to have a team meeting in a little bit.
Yeah.
But we leave anything else out? I've been having fun with this whole campaign of what we've been doing, how we finished up the Tell Us the Good, and we kind of were able to recap. And, you know, I was able to talk to people that went to T and talk to her and some others. So that was cool. And now we were able to kind of blossom into what we're going to be doing. But can I have the honor of telling them what we're going to be doing next week? Because some of them might be really proud and happy about it, but others are not.
Okay.
Can I do it? I get the honor?
Yeah. I don't know what we're doing next week, yeah.
Oh, I'm about to tell them. I'm about to tell them the truth. You ready? Watch this. I'm going to put it on me, Jay. So what we're going to do next week, boom, is no podcast. You will be proud. I'm like, hold on, what's going on? You will be proud that this man here, hey, everybody look, because today when you're watching this, it is his birthday. Comment down below. Tell my brother from another mother, happy freaking birthday. He turned freaking 21 again.
For the 7th time in a row.
As T probably has a side comment for that. But happy birthday to you, man. I'm proud of you. I love you.
Yes,
but next week, guys, he's going to be doing a little traveling, and I don't want to do a podcast alone. So we're going to let him travel, and then we're going to jump right back into it. And we got a good list of people that we're going to be connecting to as soon as we get in.
Yes,
so other than that, did we miss anything, bro?
Nah, but I do want y'all to do something real quick.
Hey.
If you went to the gala
Oh, yeah.
and you met somebody that you didn't know prior to that goes to the gym, boot camps, give them a shout out right now. I want to know who y'all met.
Shout outs. And when I get some downtime, our photographer gave me all the pictures.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna just put the link down there. I might tag some on the grid of the Instagram page, but there's no way that I'm posting all them pictures. But no, that's all I have, man.
That's it. That's
Cool.
it.
All right, well, we out of here. Hey, guys, love you guys. 5-star review if you're listening to us on Spotify or Google or Apple. If you're on YouTube, give us a thumb up, comment underneath the video, subscribe. We'll see you soon.
All right, love y'all.